And he's been trying to walk in love and go through all this different stuff. And God says, tell the man of God that he will never have to go through another loophole with these people again, because this is his year. This is his year.
Amen. Amen.
And the Lord says that your pastor stands in the pulpit and he says a ministry is not ministry unless it affects community.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
I heard him say that.
He said that.
Everything.
He said.
Is that right?
Yes.
And God says to tell the man of God that there's also a spirit of entrepreneurship in the house. Glory to God. Where there are going to be millionaires and CEOs raised up in this place. There are lawyers that are there. There's doctors that were there. There are people in your congregation that started out at minimum wage, but now God has raised them up and blessed them. God says, I'm getting ready to do more. God says, tell him that dome-shaped building that he saw in that dream. God says, I'm going to give him a building and it's going to seat anywhere between 5,000 to 10,000 members. God says, there's some people that left the church out of rebellious spirit. There's some people that got attitude. And I see almost like a split between 5 to 10 years ago.
Hallelujah.
And God says that I'm going to tell the man of God that I'm going to switch it all around. I'm switching it all around. And God says that I'm closing the back door of the church. People are not going to be filtering in, filtering out, filtering in. God says I'm closing the back door of the church and I'm going to begin to raise this thing up greater than ever. God said that the name of this man of God will be as common as T.D. Jakes.
Amen.
Wow.
The Spirit of God is saying, man of God, that God is getting ready to take you to a dimension and a realm. You were brought back not just to preach, but whoever is to the point of death and you lay your hands on them.
Amen.
They are coming back to life again. God said, I had you to experience death that my people may know life.
Amen.
And God said to encourage the heart of the man of God and the woman of God with that situation in her body that fluctuates by seasons. Is that right? His wife. And God says, tell her she's healed. God says, tell them they're whole. Because there were times he wanted to give up. There were times he wanted to walk away. There were times it looked like he just couldn't take it anymore. There were preachers that were supposed to be his friend. He used to meet with these group of ministers, used to pray with them. And they begin to stab him in the back. And he finds himself by himself. But God says, tell the man of God that I will turn it all around. 2014 is your year of divine expansion and increase.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you.